All right, good morning, tribe, and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, coming to you live from frosty backyard Ravenscar. It's another cold day here on north side of Houston, but Chirpy is singing, the traffic is roaring, a few clouds above. It should be okay, and this is Christmas week, so I should probably get Christmas cards out and decorate the house. Yeah. Oh, man. So, Monday, frosty Monday. All right, yeah, it's a frosty Monday. Hey, cool. People here. Good morning, Constance. Good morning, Chris. How be you? Did you have a good weekend? Good morning, Ouroboros, the snake which eats itself. Cool name. Welcome. How are you? Where are you? What's your story? Tell us more. Yeah. It was kind of a bummer for me this weekend. The class up in Austin got stormed out. That doesn't happen often, but it happens occasionally. And so, it sucked. And then friend Tina, tribe member Tina, was setting the pig trap for me. And hopefully could, get some pigs this weekend, but that didn't turn out either. Okay. Ordo, husband of Sarah. Cool. I still want to know how you did that thing with your phone, that swamp Google with search requests, random search requests, because I'm thinking more and more that'd be a useful thing. Hey, good morning, Mike. Good morning, Charles. Oh, cool, Chris. Closed on the house and be moving mid-January. I've heard this is a good time to sell your house, Chris. Would you agree? And it seems like, especially if you're out in the suburbs and so forth, or here in Texas, selling to the Californians that are moving in. Oh, yeah, winter solstice. And, yeah, shortest day of the year. Yay, shortest day of the year. And tonight, don't forget, Saturn and Jupiter will be aligned. So we'll be able to see that. Okay, Donna, it's supposed to warm up today? That's good. Good morning, Kathleen. Hey, Julie. Yeah, April. That's what they said. They were, in drought conditions, and at least at Spokala Outfitters, we get a lot of rain. A lot of rain. It started probably around Friday evening, because I got there around 7:30 in the evening Friday, and it was raining then. And when I'm there, I stay in this old refurbished train caboose with a metal roof. And what they say, yeah, rain on a metal roof sounds really cool for like the first 3 hours. But when it's just a pounding noise at 4 in the morning and you still haven't really gotten to sleep and you have a lot to do the next day, maybe metal roofs, they lose some of their romance. Hey, Tina, good morning. Oh, Darlene, Hunter School, the bobcat and a pig this weekend. Big bobcat after the chickens and lambs. Wow, Kathleen, we got somewhere 3.5 inches. Yeah, that sounds probably what Spoke Hollow got. Let's see, Chris. Interest rates are really low, so it's a good buyer, but it's also a seller's market for sure. Cool. Yeah, Tina, it's a really gorgeous caboose. They got it all, fancied up. Well, I shouldn't say fancied up. They got it all restored. I suspect the bathroom is not the original bathroom. It's probably similar to the original bathroom in the caboose because it's still kind of a tiny shower. But the rest of it is it's pretty comfortable. And it actually even has that loft area, and there's a bed up there. But usually I just sleep on the couch-like thing down on the ground. Because after I leave, they got to go through and sanitize everything, because of the whole coronavirus. And so we just don't go up in the upper area because that's that much harder to sanitize. Oh, cool. There was a caboose we love in Bandera. Oh, so like a caboose you can rent? That would be neat. Bunsen, this is an interesting statement. Now that I live in South Carolina, I see why the colonists were active in crops and trade. So is a good growing season up there or something? Or tell us more. Hey, good morning, Cherry. Same here, Chris. Yep, I remember the boxcar children. Yeah, and I always wanted to live in a boxcar after eating boxcar kids in school. I'm setting my coffee down here. Yeah, I gotta say the caboose is probably a bit more comfortable than a boxcar. But if the boxcar was set up for a nice living, yeah, because didn't they like find some dishes and stuff? And I'm trying to remember what the boxcar children used for heat. If they had like a stove or something. I don't remember. It's then you worry about carbon monoxide and all that. But, yep. I just want a cabin out in the woods, a shack. I want a shack out in the woods. There's a bed and breakfast near Fredericksburg that has a caboose rental. John and I stayed there one year, and it was pretty cool. He's trained obsessive, almost like Sheldon. Big Band Theory. That's funny. Hey, good morning, Charles. But yeah, I highly recommend, if you get a chance to stay in a caboose, I highly recommend staying in a caboose. And I saw there's actually a whole big organization of people who have bought and restored sleeper cars and cabooses and this sort of thing. And what's cool is then they pay to have them attached to trains, and they just go cruising around the country. And I'm thinking, damn, if I were rich, that'd be kind of cool. Stop that. I knew a lady who lived in a boxcar when I was a kid. Cool. Like a out in the woods sort of boxcar or a nice in-town sort of boxcar. Okay. So, Constant, it's rained weekly since we moved here in August, give or take, sometimes 3 times a week. John wants to buy one and put it there on the property. That'd be cool. I want one of those rescue boats, like the life pod boats from the oil rigs. That's what I want, and turn it into a little apartment type thing. That could be cool too. If not a shack, then I want to live on a boat in the woods. Chris, it's been longer for me. I remember they were reading it like the 4th grade. And considering I celebrated my 30th high school reunion almost 10 years ago, yeah, we're not going there. Yeah, maybe you can find one somewhere. I wonder how much a caboose goes for. What boggles my mind about this caboose at Spoke Hollow, it's on a section of track. But it's just a section of track just big enough for the caboose, basically. Like, they built some track, somehow hauled the caboose down through these hills and through the woods and so forth to this section of track, and then left. And so there's no other train. It's not like there used to be track along there. It's just like the track was installed so they could put the caboose there. So how the hell did they get the caboose there? I mean, they use like a helicopter or something. I don't know. And I mean, it looks pretty heavy. So ancient Austin secrets, I guess. Hey, good morning, Kiri. Okay, not in town, but not particularly nice. In Granbury, Texas, she was poor. Okay, well, that happens. I don't know. But the Chris mentioned the boxcar children, which I think set up kind of a romantic idea of living in a boxcar or living in some sort of unusual home for the excitement of it. Let's see, Scott. It's been dry summer and fall in Colorado County. Yeah. Still rainfall deficient. Lakes are low. They needed that rain. They really needed that rain. But so be it. Let's see, there's a show about that, like Science Channel, I think. The show's about big movers. We watched them move 2 antique train engines on flatbeds. Holy moly! As much as a caboose has got away, I would think a locomotive would weigh even more. Especially, seeing Big Boy when it came through, the thing was huge. Okay, so caboose, 60,000 pounds. Woo! So yeah, I really want to know how they move it. Okay, this makes sense. Carry move caboose the same way, so they have to clean up a train derailment. Yeah. Well, yeah, because the wheels and axles, they're not attached directly. Doesn't like the train sit on top of it? Can you move a caboose in parts, I wonder? Oh, no, this sounds like a cool one. I've always wanted to turn a water tower into a house, but I don't like heights. A water tower would be awesome. That would be totally awesome. Yeah. Thinking, yeah, that being afraid of heights, though, that would definitely cause a problem. I think Chirpy is going, afraid of heights? Ha 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 ha. Don't mock while you're a mockingbird. I guess. Can't really tell Chirpy not to mock, I guess, huh? Oh, well. Nope. Good morning. So excited. My son and boyfriend will be here tomorrow. Yay! Cool. Joyous seasons. It's good when loved ones are around. Hey, Serenity. How you doing? How's the nursing? Kicking nurse butt, I hope. Hey, Cynthia. Yeah, the sun is still climbing slowly behind me. It's not as cold as it had been the last few days, but I felt I didn't need the hood. I'm kind of regretting that decision, but so be it. Wow. Okay. Train order website. $500 or more per hour to move. Holy moly. Holy moly moly. Yeah, speaking of moving large things, I've been on the highway with trucks hauling the wind generator blades, so big and scary to drive next to. Just remind yourself, they are, like carbon fiber and really lightweight. They're like bird's bones. Nothing personal, Chirpy. And so if something were to happen, your car would probably go through it like they were tissue paper. Yeah, nursing is crazy but fun. I'll take your word for it. Way back at South Dakota State University, I worked as the bouncer for the local clinic, and so my job was to protect the 2 night nurses. Crazy, fun. Yep, sometimes we had popcorn. Hey, good morning, Tammy. Oh, cool, your boyfriend is a windmill tech. Actually, I thought the windmills would make an interesting home because they're so far up there. That little cabin thing where the generator and all that is. But I suppose it's all filled up with, generator stuff. Down the street from us in St. Michael, I think it's still there. I'll have to check. There was a Quonset hut. The lady lived in a Quonset hut, and I loved it. It was so cool. She had it all really decorated, with interesting terrariums and funky statues from around the world and so forth. So it was just really cool. I used to deliver newspapers, so I got to see pretty much everyone's house. And yeah, so when I was collecting there, it was neat. And it was just a neat house. I liked the design. The other thing, I've always wanted to convert either a barn or a silo into a house. Oops. Oh, cool. I watched an episode of Grand Design where they turned an old Victorian water tower into a home in London, I think it was. Oh, that's cool. I need to check that out. Well, this has made for an interesting morning. We'll be learning about the chaos of Ordo Ouroboros while I eat breakfast. Thank you. Okay, have you tried to make persimmon pudding that's just milk and persimmons chilled overnight? No, I have not. Sounds interesting. I'm imagining the chemistry in my head, And I can see where that would kind of thicken up. But I'm intrigued by it. I'm wondering what a heavy cream would do in a situation like that. Yeah, crazy fun and popcorn doesn't get any better. I got to agree. Sometimes it did. Ooh. Whoop. Climbing up there's a booger in them. I can believe it. Do you climb? Is it inside or outside? Because I see there's a little door at the base. I'm assuming when you're climbing up the inside. Look, talks about donuts and Godiva chocolate last shift. Awesome. Look, hey, Dad, Mom, good morning, everyone. 35 degrees here. So it's warmed up quite a bit, Dad. Is Mom up too? What's for breakfast? Bacon, eggs, hash browns? Torturing me like that? That's okay. Ooh, chili. Ooh, chia seed pudding. That makes sense. Yeah, because the thickening with the chia. And then the persimmon. Now, this begs a question. So the persimmon milk, do they use cow's milk? So I didn't think they used a lot of milk in Japan. I could be completely wrong, but just wondering. Okay, climb up the inside of the windmills. Cool. Hey, Dad. Question for you, Dad. Is that Quonset hut still down the street, down Chestnut Avenue? I always liked that thing. Friend, neighbor, husband supervised major construction projects like factory builds. He's been on a project in the Middle East. COVID closed the airport. He used to come home on breaks. He was trapped there. Factory now built. He just landed in the U.S. for the first time in a year. Got home late last night. Oh, man. Scary. Yeah, I would hate to be trapped. The more and more, I have no desire to leave the United States. Okay, maybe Canada and Mexico. You know, if I can drive home, or at the very least hitchhike home, I'll go. Pampered cow milk in Japan. Okay, that I can believe. Okay, good morning. My daughter, who hates the cold, informed me this weekend that she wants to go somewhere where you cut a hole in the ice and then fish. Yeah. Send her up to Minnesota in January. Dad loves to take people out ice fishing. My question, do persimmon seeds get that slimy plumpness like chias? Not that much. I have not experienced that. The persimmon seeds mainly remind me of pumpkin seeds as far as like texture and size and shape, like a bigger, or not pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds, like really big watermelon seeds. They're really slimy, but the pulp itself has kind of a stringiness. Now I'm talking the Virginia persimmons. If it's Japanese, they might be using the Korean. That was at Fukushima. No, not Fukushima persimmons, but something like that. So there might be a difference in the persimmons that they have over there. Hey, good morning, Katie. Really want to look into getting Italian citizenship. Another person I knew was looking into that, and actually the requirements weren't that stringent. Oh, yeah. So, Constance, have you ever heard the myth of predicting your winter by looking at persimmon seeds? I forgot how it goes, unfortunately. Yeah. So, with persimmon seeds, if you cut them in half and look at the side, so it'll have the dark skin, and then it will have kind of a gray nut meat, and then in the core will be this white section. And if this white section, if it looks like a spoon, where it's narrow and then goes kind of rounded tip, that means the winter is going to have lots of snow. If it looks like a fork, and I can't make my fingers flat without a knife, but if it's kind of like a fork shape, that means it's going to be a hot, or not a hot, but a mild winter, and there'll be plenty of food. And if it looks like a knife, that means it's going to be a biting, cold, and brutal winter. So yeah. So it's there, but it's empty. The Quonset hut. Because this thing's a friend of mine down here has one too. Uncommon Bees. Are you here? No. And it looks like you could just unbolt it, collapse it, and ship it. I mean, that's one of the things about the Quonset hut. I suppose there's Quonset huts for sale down here in Texas, but it's too bad that it's empty. I guess, Jennifer, when I left the country at the oil industry, it was to really crappy places. And frankly, I don't see anywhere in the world that's doing any better than the U.S. Well, Poland is doing pretty good. But you don't want to be in Poland because when the wars come, Poland is where they're fought. So, yeah. Yeah, nice hole. There's holes up in the hill country and so forth. Yeah, that's why Kathleen is mentioning there's a significant tendency to lactose intolerance in Asian populations. That's why I was surprised about the milk in Japan. Okay. The chaya is the variety used in Japan, so there might be some milk thickening properties of that persimmon. My great-grandfather came from northern Italy, so my mom has blonde hair. Just a little bit of trivia. Interesting. Whew. Need some coffee. I forgot and used my ceramic mug. So yeah, I pretty much have iced coffee already. Hey, good morning, Bonnie. I'm sorry, I didn't set up the announcement. I need to set up the donut shop. It's Monday. Yeah, the announcements, like, pre-schedule them. Oh, yeah, so, yes, there will be a donut shop Thursday. I don't think there's going to be a donut shop Friday. So, Christmas morning, that's family time, me and my family. We had kind of a stressful day here yesterday. Teenagers can be challenging at times. And it doesn't always end well. Oh, well. All right, Mike. Have a good day. Swiss Italian. Cool. Hey, good morning, Roxana. Let's see. My grandpa's from northern Italy, but he's dark. His brother, Giancarlo, was the tall, fair-haired one. Man. Ooh. Bunch of birds around this morning. There's an area in Russia, I think Siberia, that everyone has red hair. Cool. Oh, man. We'll have to sing happy birthday to you on Thursday then, Carrie. Maybe I need to just do a live show on Friday just to sing happy birthday to you on Friday. Christmas birthdays. My friends who have had those generally don't like them. Okay. My mom's grandma was full-blood Cree, and her grandpa Cherokee and Choctaw. My dad is Welsh and Irish. I took after Dada's side. Red tint hair and blue eyes. Oh, hey, good morning, Carol. No, it seems challenging. Wow, it ends well, Mark. I hope so. At the point it ended with one of those "I can't wait to move out" sort of statements. So we'll see. Oh, cool. My dad is 6'7", red-headed leprechaun. Cool. All right, Carrie. Lots of people are sending you birthday wishes, Carrie. Some Sac and Fox tribe members have beautiful, unusual hair and eye color. I met some members in Oklahoma. Cool. Yep. Oh, yes. You know the truth, Scott. I was glad to see Bastrop doing controlled burns of the piney woods. It's good to get rid of the extra underbrush and fodder. Prevents crown fires such as 2011. Most definitely. I am a huge fan of burning the forests on a fairly regular basis. I've said it before. I saw this one great lecture on Native Americans, and the lecturer described them, among other things, as a continent of pyromaniacs, because they would constantly be burning areas, but it was overall so much better for the environment than letting all the dead stuff gather, and the bugs and the weak and the, yeah. The only trait I got from Italian ancestors was love of babies. Man, they love babies over there. Cool. Yep, sharing your birthday with Jesus is definitely a way to feel overlooked. Talk about having a sibling that's hard to live up to. Yeah, in a way, this is... My friend's birthday is tomorrow, 22nd. His dad was in Vietnam when he was born. Red Cross was finally able to tell Dad he had a son on Christmas Day. That's cool. Yep, I think that's the truth here. I think the teen challenge times are to help the natural first flight out of the nest. They look for reasons to detach. Yeah, I mean, it's completely what it is. They're ready to, they know everything, and it's time for them to start their lives on their terms. Oh, Kimberly, does anyone have any chartreuse or uncommon charcuterie board suggestions for the holidays? Check out Uncommon Bees. Check out their Instagram feed, which I think is Uncommon Bees. They're big into that thing, especially using different honey glazes, believe it or not, on different meats. So try that. But yeah, they got some really good ones. Hey, good morning, Sam. Good morning, Amy. Ooh. S'mores and hot cocoa, maybe. That sounds good. One year we left s'mores and hot chocolate out for Santa. It was a very good year. Oh, this is a cool idea. Sherry says, Kimberly, choose a country and serve their traditional foods. Fun to research. Let me warn you, do not do Norway. Don't do Norway. Ludfisk and Lufska, no, don't do Norway. Do Ireland or Scotland, maybe not Scotland, because they got haggis. Polish, there's some awesome Polish sausages and hams and cheeses. Yeah, aim for Poland. Oh, speaking of the serve early American food, there's a great YouTube channel. So, I do historical reenactment to help spread the word of history and so forth. Is it Joss, J-O-S Townsend? They are one of the main suppliers of, the garb, 1700s to like early 1900s. But their YouTube channel, he also has a cooking channel about early American foods. And it's like if Bob Ross were a cook rather than a painter. The guy is just chill and happy and, not like annoyingly happy. He's just like, positive vibes, soft-spoken. Yeah, Bob Ross of early American cooking. And I want to say Joss, J-O-S Townsend. Yeah, Townsend. Look that up. Oh, don't do Iceland because a fermented shark sounds gross. Yep. So interesting thing, Chris, that I love the history of food. Every culture that had access to fish has discovered that if they put the fish in a jar and let it sit for 6 to 8 months, it decomposes into this oil goo stuff that is very calorie rich and becomes a cultural food. So yeah, rotted fish, fermented fish is standard for pretty much every culture that has access to fish. Are you saying send them to boot camp, or it is like going through boot camp? I'm almost good either way. Okay, yes, Mom said that when they visited, I was under a year. They would give me treats and take me back to the kitchen. She was fascinated by that. So Italy again, okay. My dad was stationed in Germany, so she got to visit her homeland. Cool. Yeah, seriously. As someone who grew up amongst Norwegians, sorry, Norwegian friends up in St. Michael, but yeah, no. So, I will say my folks would make pickled fish. Was it pickled sunfish and things like that? And it wasn't bad. That's something I'd like to try again. Now that my tastes have refined some as an adult. Oof, it's getting cold out here. I'm standing rather than sitting because I sit too much, so I wanted to stand. Oh, here we go. Epicurean Market in Houston has some good goodies to add to charcuterie. I can't remember the charcuterie. I don't know. Costco lightly salted almonds with a dip dish of local honey on your charcuterie board. Oh, Chirpy likes the almonds. Chirpy and the dog are talking. Ooh, there we go. For a cheese ball appetizer, I'm going to use whole pecans to make it look like a pine cone. Maybe that can go in the charcuterie. That would be cool. Yeah, when he's done, it's not the kind of, yeah, I'm going to disagree with you on this one, Tina. Yeah, here it is, yeah. Jazz Townsend and Son, yeah. Just great stuff. As I said. Oops. Let's see. Remember the older guy in PBS that poured the wine at the end? Yeah, a little short guy, kind of mustache, suspenders, kind of a funky accent. Was he Cajun or something? I think I know who you're talking about. Probably not Bob Ross brownies. Whoop. It is 7:50. Yeah. Enough from a. Okay. All right, it is time for the group take. Yay, group take. There's Liverpool. All right. The Liverpool. Cleanse, support, detoxify, protect. As if you're eating and drinking like me right now, probably a good time for the Liverpool. Ice cold capsules and cold coffee. My mug is actually cold. Oh well. It's still coffee. Someone said aren't charcuterie boards just Lunchables for adults? I got to agree with that. Yeah, that's the name of the guy. So the cook, the Justin Wilson. But yeah, definitely look up Kimberly. Look up Jazz Townsend and Son. Best part of waking up is a brain pill in your nose. All right, the brain pill. Memory, focus, mental clarity, attention. And I gotta sniff this again. Oh yes. Oops. Only need 3. Oh, these are so cold. You have not experienced fish until you have tasted Gillette fish. I spent enough time in New York to taste Gillette fish. Lutefisk is still worse. That sounds good. Boiled crab legs and a homemade lobster bisque? That'd be awesome. So, the immune pill. I want you there. Support, maintain, prepare, fight. So, I am going to be smoking a chicken. So, I'll be sitting out here with the smoker. But I'm going to try and drag my family out here and maybe play a game or something if the weather cooperates. Chirpy. You realize chicken is a bird, right, Chirpy? Where are you? There you are. My goal is eventually Chirpy gets so used to this that he sits on my shoulder during the show. I don't think that'll happen, but I'm hoping. All right. Last one. It may be Monday, but it's never not a bad time for the libido pill. Virility, duration, stamina, power. Woo. Okay. What do we got here? Ooh. Let's see. Someone on Hunt Gather Cook actually made venison mortadella. I'm so going to try that. I don't know what mortadella is, but if y'all want to know how to cook wild foods and wild mushrooms, follow Hank Shaw, Hunt Gather Cook on Facebook and Instagram and all that. It's an amazing dude. And also a alumni of South Dakota State University. Nope. Josh Townsend supplied props to a long list of historical movies. I'm not surprised. I love their catalogs. I just love the clothing and the cookware and all that, and the camp sets and all that. And I was born in the wrong century. All my coworkers have gotten used to birds on Monday on morning meetings. Oh, that's funny. Loud today. He's greeting the sun. Hey, how you doing, Jersey? Make a little birdseed. I was thinking about that. I was thinking like a little shoulder pad with a little cup there and some peanuts or something, and just kind of lure them in. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go to one of his dinners, go. Hank Shaw again. We're talking about. He's such a fun and amazing host, and the food is to die for. That would have been awesome. Ooh, potato salad, German potato salad. That would be good too. Man, I'm hungry now. Wild food, that takes us full circle back to Justin Wilson. Yep, that Cajun loved to cook wild duck. I would have loved to try one of his wild ducks. Hey, maybe that's something. Yeah, so the sort of people in the job are saying they're born in the wrong century. Maybe that's part of what drew us together, was none of us quite fit in the 21st century. We're thinking, the 18th century might have been where we were supposed to be. Oh, well. Yeah, Kimberly, I am hungry now, too. But I got my coffee. Oh, I don't know if I told you all. So I did make the ham hock soup. Oh, so good. Black beans, potatoes, carrots, celery, chicken stock, pepper, salt, boil, pull out the bones, shred the meat. So good. So good. And no one else in the family would eat it. They admitted it smelled good, but none of them wanted to try it. Oh well. People moving around. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Amish catalog too, the Lehman's catalog. They sell Amish merchandise, mostly American made, great supply, off the grid merchandise. Totally together. This is true, except half of us wouldn't still be alive in the 18th century. I know I wouldn't. Until I had all those surgeries, they didn't expect me to live to age 20. So, yeah, I know. I love yummy soup, but they just see. I made the mistake of instead of saying, well, I said pig hocks, and what's a hawk? Oh, it's like their foot. And so I have to work on my sales pitch some. No, it doesn't have the toes. It's more like the ankles, pig ankles. Ooh. Mom's side, it's all German. My grandma and aunts taught me. I used to make real German for Christmas several years over, but still make traditional German dinner from scratch once a year. My favorite is the red cabbage and and German potato salad. So good. I wonder. Smoked cabbage. Smoked cabbage. I have to think about that. All right. Flushy toilet's okay. I would trade. I can actually do without a flushy toilet, but a hot shower. Oh, hot shower, like scalding hot. That is my 20th century vice. But speaking of off the grid and ancient tools, not ancient tools, but 18th century lifestyle, tonight I am recording a podcast for the Prepper broadcast. I have to look up the link. But we'll be talking about, again, self-sufficiency, gardening, medicinal plants, whatever topics flow through. But once the podcast is then out, I will publish links to it. So it'll be cool. I hope it'll be cool. Okay, as it is, though, it is 8 a.m. tribe. So Monday's here. Time to actually do Monday work type stuff. So, gotta go do stuff. Okay, Scott has something on smoked cabbage. I'm very easily distracted by food. Smoked cabbage, absolutely an easy big foil pan and barbecue smoker with vinegar and a couple of beers in it, onions, celery, and carrots too. I was actually thinking of slicing the cabbage into discs and setting the chicken on top of it so like the chicken juices soak down into the cabbage. Don't know. Oops. Okay, here we go. I like the idea of old-timey living, though, yeah. Maybe, like, on the weekends. That's why I want some shack out somewhere. All right, gotta go. Chirpy, thank you. Tribe, thank you. Mom, Dad, love you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Coffee.